So Donald Trump just addressed the Europeans again and warned them this time not about Russia, but this time he warned them about Islamic Jihad invasion into Europe. And what did Europe do? They laughed at him. When was the last time they laughed at him? When he came and warned them about Russia. We all remember that story. They smirked, they gave him that look, and they giggled.
Germany will become totally dependent on Russian energy if it does not immediately change course. Here in the Western Hemisphere, we are committed to maintaining our independence from the encroachment of expansionist foreign powers. It has been the formal policy of our country since.
Oh boy, how right he was. And again, he's warning them about the radical Islamization of Europe, and they laugh at him. Let's watch it and talk about it.
Europe is in serious trouble. They've been invaded by a force of illegal aliens like nobody's ever seen before. Illegal aliens are pouring into Europe. Nobody's doing anything to change it, to get them out. It's not sustainable. And because they choose to be politically correct, they're doing just absolutely nothing about it. And I have to say, I look at London, where you have a terrible mayor, terrible mayor, and it's been so changed. So changed. Now they want to go to Sharia law, but you're in a different country. You can't do that. Both the immigration and their suicidal energy ideas will be the death of Western Europe if something is not done immediately. This cannot be sustained.
Like him or not, but he's speaking the truth. And it seems to be like one of the only leaders right now in the world that is actually warning Europe about these things. Now, there's this old saying that this didn't age well. Now, I tell you what's not going to age well. Any leader that is actually defending or supporting Islam, undoubtedly, in 5, 10, 20 years from now, you'll be watching his video and saying this did not age well. Any leader, if you want to be remembered as someone that one day they'll come and show your videos and quote and say like, okay, wow, he got this. He was actually right. It's very clear what you need to do. You need to warn the world about the real bad things that are happening. And it's quite obvious who are the good guys and who are the bad guys in this entire story of planet Earth right now. Western civilization against Islamic invasion and communism and etc. So it's quite easy for leaders to know what is the right thing to say. And I'm telling you, laugh as much as you want, hate him as much as you want, but at least he's telling the truth and he's warning Europe. You are under a serious invasion. You know what? Let me show you another video. Show you another video that sums it up. And I've checked it. I've checked the details and it's very accurate. So, it's generalized, but it's very accurate.
What is the country with the highest Muslim crime rate in Europe? Most people don't realize that the country with the fewest Muslims in Europe is Lithuania, where there are no more than 3,000 Muslims. So what is the country with the highest Muslim crime rate in Europe? Fifth place, Belgium, which has a Muslim population of about 700,000, and where Brussels was once one of the places where ISIS members gathered. Fourth place, Sweden, where reports have shown that most of the suspects in sex crimes in some areas are from immigrant backgrounds, and where there is a Muslim population of more than 1 million. Third place, Britain, where many cities have a heavy gang culture combined with religious extremism. Britain has a Muslim population of more than 3 million. Second place, Germany, which has about 5.3 million Muslims, a large number of whom are Syrian and Afghan refugees, and where suspected immigrants account for about 30% of criminal offenses. Before announcing the first place, write in the comments section what you think is the country with the highest Muslim crime rate in Europe. The country in the first place has a Muslim population of more than 6 million people, and many crimes are related to Muslims. This country is
France. Now, you see, numbers don't lie. It's quite fascinating that the more Muslim migration you have in your country, the more crime, the more sexual offense, the more terrorism you have, the less safe your country becomes to your own people. Now, to top it out, let's watch the next video.
Only 15 years old, who repeatedly told social workers that she had been gang raped. Instead of helping her, they allowed her to marry her main abuser in an Islamic ceremony. The social worker even attended the ceremony. The ringleader of the Rochdale rape gang, Shabir Ahmed, was actually employed as a welfare rights officer by Oldham Council. In another case, a man tried to rescue his young daughter from being raped, But instead of protecting her, the police arrested her dad. I spoke to a mother whose daughter was raped by taxi drivers of Pakistani origin. When she complained to social services, they said that if she dared to raise the matter again, she would lose her daughter. And I spoke to a retired police officer who was himself told by a senior officer at the time to stop investigating abuse by Pakistani origin taxi drivers in Bradford because the police locally did not want to offend Bradford's Muslim community. So these crimes were deliberately covered up by people in authority because so-called community relations were seen as more important than protecting young girls. Madam Deputy Speaker, this is a disgrace.
This is a criminal behavior on a government level. We're talking about the government covering the crimes of Islam on their own Christian population and shaming or even threatening their own civilians. I couldn't believe this. Like, I still find it very hard to believe that this is real. I've asked many British people and they all keep telling me, yeah, it's actually even worse. Now, again, just finding it really hard to believe that this is happening. Imagine how frustrated you are or angry you would be as a parent, as a mother, as a father, if this would have happened to your daughter, to your family, and then you find out that your own government, the one that you're paying taxes for, the once Great Britain that was a beacon of light and hope fighting the Nazism and basically saved planet Earth. Like, Britain alone have saved Europe from Nazism because they held the line. Churchill and many brave Brits stood there and fought fiercely to stand so Western civilization will not be erased, and now they're just rolling over and allowing just radical Islam to come and erase their culture and rape their daughters. That's just insane. Just as crazy. And if you think it's gonna get any better, it's just gonna get worse. Just gonna get worse. Things like that don't get better. Look at any country that became radical Muslim. It just collapsed. Nothing good's happened there. They don't start teaching their children about science, about culture, about art. They start just stoning women, depriving people from basic rights. And like, where do you think this is going to lead? How do you think this is going to end? What's the end goal here, if not to destroy your own country? What's the end goal? In the name of political correctness? Heck no. They're just using that as an excuse. And that's the thing you need to know about radical Islam. It will always take advantage of the weakness of the West to turn it against it. Always. It will use the fact that you care about women's right to shame you that women are being oppressed. Let these radical jihadist women who want to breed terrorists in your country come in. It will use the fact that you care about children to shame you. Oh, look at all the dead children in Gaza. Stop the genocide. Stop Israel from actually fighting radical jihad and help us come and conquer in Europe. It will use every possible weakness that the West have, which is human rights, humanitarian values, and etc., against the West. And the best way for them to use it, which is they're probably just laughing, I know they're laughing their asses off. They're laughing their tussiks off because they're using your political correctness against you. They're using your politeness. They're using your kind heart against you. And they are not polite, and they are not kind, and they are not politically correct. And they're just going to send you back to the Stone Age. So good luck, Europe. Good luck, the UK. If you don't wake up very soon, things are getting really bad, really ugly, really fast. Stay safe. See you next time. Oh, and if you want to help support this channel, don't forget, do the like, share, subscribe. Go and check my Patreon. We can find practical, direct ways to help me keep doing the work that I'm doing. Because after all, I am doing this for free and out of my own free time. Stay safe. See you next time.